How's it going? EURNZD Trades back once again with another trade recap. So in this trade recap, I'm going to discuss EURNZD, as you can see here, and a short trade that I capitalised on this week, which was pretty much a textbook trade. It's exactly what I'd look for before entering, pro trend and everything. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Actually, there is one thing I just wanted to say first. This is going to be sort of a kicking off my In Search of Perfection series on YouTube. So essentially, it's just a series about what it really means to be a forex trader and to trade forex and the struggles and the goals that you need to have and the discipline, etc. It's going to be more like in the live series. So there'll be like day in the lives, a week in the lives and stuff. Face-to-face videos rather than just looking at a screen and me talking. So this will probably be in the first episode of that. So yeah, let's without further ado get straight into it now. So where are we here? So this was sort of last Friday. The first Friday of September. So just over a week ago now. It's now Monday the 16th. So just over a week ago now. And pretty much what I was looking for here, on the Sunday I did all my markups. I sent them all into the Discord. So be sure to join that. It is a free channel. I don't charge for that Discord. So yeah, make sure you get to be a part of that. It would be nice to see some of you guys in there. Free education is always good. So yeah, so essentially, I can tell coming into the week that we are, sort of bearish. So more favourable opportunities are to counter trade, to pro trend rather than counter trend trade. So essentially what we can see here is pretty much from here we start to pull back. I would be happy to trade the longs up into this area, up into the premium pricing. That wouldn't be a problem for me. Something that I do quite often do. I like playing the counter trend pullbacks. What I was essentially waiting for is because we've not taken any liquidity here and we've left no inducement. Some people might say, well, this is inducement. Again, that's fine. It's a bit far away. And for it to be sort of proper inducement, what I'd have needed price to do is come up, pretty much nearly touched it somewhere. Maybe come down, broke some structure sort of internally here maybe. And then for price to come up, sweep that and then move off. This here is proper sort of inducement for me. This where we don't really break anything, we take some highs but we don't really come down and break anything, is not real inducement for me. It's just enticing sellers in too early for them to be taken. So yeah, it's not great, but some people might have taken that. That's fine. It's just not for me. If you can get in something here and take it down here, or just get a few R off it, brilliant. But yeah, not for me. And we didn't leave anything here. So if this was coming down and leaving some clear highs here, then I'd count that as inducement as well. But we get nothing. So I need some form of liquidity taken before I can look to short. That's rule number one essentially. And then so we mitigate this supply zone. I'm now thinking, okay, shorts will set up somewhere. So because we're in this extreme of the supply zone, or the extreme of the leg in a supply zone, I should say, if we start to push down and we get a clear pullback from this area, clear few candles here, and we then sweep the first touch of this zone, I would count that as a liquidity sweep. Because it swept all the early sellers from the first touch on the zone, and I'd be happy to get in from there. That's the only other thing I would look for in terms of inducement. So really still not looking for anything, We've not broken anything. My low that I'd need to break at the time would be down there. So yeah, bit far away. We've now broken this high, so I can look for this low to break. But let's see what we get. Okay, so now this really is, where the setup becomes textbook. So we sweep the liquidity on the 4-hour highs. So we've taken everything above here, all the external liquidity, all the internal has now been taken, so we can look to short. You know, if you're happy enough to just get some risk on here, like this, and take it to there, you know, fair enough. I like, you know, confirmation first. So let me just play forward to where I started to really look at this. Okay, so yeah, really I'm looking at this low needs to break now before I look to get in. We've not had any internal sweeps yet. Okay, so the only other thing I was looking at was this. Let me just play it forward to where the low breaks. Okay. Still not broke. Just a couple more candles. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so we've now break this low. That one doesn't quite break it. That's obviously opens and then becomes a bullish candle. So we've now broken this. Let me just put this to there just so it's not as prominent at the minute. Yeah, so we've now got this low has broken. The only other thing I was looking at was, well, this sweeps here. So we get a liquidity sweep, you know, here. This Asia session takes out these highs. The only really thing is that, you know, they're not great highs. This I wouldn't even say is proper structure. These just two candles here in the pullback. So yeah, I was looking at this. We get this impulsive leg, and we leave some session to be taken, but I just wasn't, you know, really feeling it. I was thinking, well, we've swept the external here. We've got like sort of this, you know, flip zone here, and we've got this. Oh, and we've got this. Oh shit. This supply zone here. But yeah, you know, this being sort of the one that swept liquidity, price might look to come back to this area. And you know, I just wasn't feeling this. Like, yeah, it's not that the momentum obviously starts here. We get a consolidation, and then, you know, a liquidation and the manipulation in the push. But yeah, I just wasn't really feeling this. I don't really know. It's like, you know, sometimes you just get the feeling, and I just had, you know, Asia session. There's loads of liquidity above Asia anyway. We've got two supply zones that we've not really come back to, and you know, this one is more significant. This is where the sort of flip happens here from this zone. So yeah, I wasn't like, I would have been happy to put, you know, sort of, if I'd spread my risk and put 0.5 on here and 0.5 on here, then I could have still come out, you know, with a % in profit. But I like to just put 1% on and get 3 back. So this is what I did. I put from the high to the low here. I put my limit order on just like this. Straight to the low there. Let me just move this across. I'll do for now. Yeah, so we've got, this is really inducement for this zone. So we've got some resting liquidity above here. Let me just get rid of this for now. We've got imbalance up here to fill, and we've got this extreme supply that price might be attracted to because that's what swept the liquidity on the 4 hour. So yeah, let's just play forward and see what happens now. So we're testing the lows, This is yeah, during the Asia session. So the Asia sweeps the Asia from the previous day just about, you know, just probably, yeah, probably by a tick. Let's have a look. Yeah, 0.2, so 2 ticks. At this point I'm thinking, you know, they're relatively equal highs, so we've got some more inducement. Again, let me move this further across. Sorry if you can hear my dog chewing in the background. She's got a bone just to keep her busy while I record. Okay. So let's play it through here. So yeah, so we're tagged in New York. That's fine. Happy with that. Let me just put this out to where it roughly hits TP. So we're in now. We've come into this, what is essentially the flip zone. But the flip didn't sweep anything, so here I'd still be like, okay, maybe it's going to come up to the extreme. So let's have a little click forward, see what happens. Yeah, I mean, at this point I was thinking, you know, we're probably going to get stuck out of this trade, which is fine. You can't win them all, no matter how much it fits the plan. You know, sometimes they just don't work out. The market will always do what it wants to do. But yeah, sometimes that's just the way it is. So yeah, so I was like, okay, shit. Well, no, I weren't really like shit, but you know, I'm not really bothered if it hits stop loss or take profit. It is what it is. So yeah, so we've come into this supply. We've had a nice reaction off it, so that's sort of give the confidence back into the trade. We're slowly sort of trickling down. What time is this? Yeah, so sort of here, you know, I'm in bed. I probably haven't even looked at it since probably 6 o'clock on the evening. Just set my alerts for anything that happens. Yeah, and then I woke up and it had, don't want to do that. Yeah, I woke up and it hit TP. So yeah, not many better things to wake up to than your missus, your dog, and a take profit. So yeah, but yeah, that was pretty much it really. So I'll just run over it once more for you and sort of describe how it fits the plan. So what we've got really is we're a bearish market. So we are bearish. We're looking to short. This is our most recent point of price, our most recent leg of price, whatever you want to call it. We've come into the extreme supply. We've taken 4-hour liquidity. We've got some rest and inducement before our zone. So this is our high to our low, so our fib goes. We've got some rest and inducement before the zone in terms of the Asia sessions. So even though this low, you might say, well, Owen, you know, previously, or Ace, whatever you want to call me, Ace of Trades, you might say, well, this hasn't broke anything, and previously you said if it's not broke anything, you don't count as liquidity or inducement. Well, Asia sessions or sessions in general are always inducement. If they're close to your zone, they are always inducement. They always have liquidity above and below sessions, so they are always liquidity. So yeah, so we've got some imbalance, we've got a supply zone, we've got, you know, it's not the most momentous push to the downside, but we have got some momentum in there, and you know, it's pro trend. We get the breaker structure to the downside to confirm that the market is going to reverse on us. We've taken out liquidity, and yeah, essentially that's it. So if we're going sort of through my checklist, let me just get it up actually, just so do that in a bit. Yeah, so let me just get my my trade plan up. So okay, starting on the 4-hour. So 4-hour structure, well, we're bearish. Supply and demand, we've got a supply zone at the extreme. Liquidity, we haven't taken any, so we need to. And we're in premium pricing, perfect. We know that we're going to be, if we're short in here, we're going to be pro trend. Let's jump to the 15-minute. So liquidity, well, we've taken 4-hour major liquidity. We've got some inducement, which is liquidity. We've got a 15-minute breaker structure. We've set up our inch model from the low to the high. From the high to the low, sorry. And that's it. We've got the imbalance, sorry, in the leg as well. That's it, you know. That fits the plan to a T. So, yeah, that's going to be the first video in the series. So, I will be doing sort of weekly videos on this. But I'm not sure, you know, what they're going to be, if it's going to be day in the life, if it's going to be, you know, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm just going to have fun with it, mess around with it, and, you know, see what happens here. So, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Look out for the next video. Make sure you like, subscribe, join the Discord, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one.